We are back now with Rachael Cabral-Guevara, Republican candidate for State Senate, District 19 in the Fox Valley. If you are elected, what do you hope to achieve? What's top of your list if you're in the State Senate?
Right. Well, I'm going back to that nurse practitioner bill.
Okay.
It is coming. We are passing it this time. I'm fighting for it. It's about the patients. It's about health care access. It's about affordability. I had a few other bills, also health care related, looking at increasing providers across our state. I'm looking at a bill that is an assistant physician bill, which would allow an intermediate, I guess, between physician and med student to be able to practice here in the state of Wisconsin, which will address some of our mental health needs where people are on waiting lists, as well as our primary care needs. So getting more resources for people to access health care and mental health care is very important to me. I have a bill out looking at nurses because we know there's such a nursing shortage right now. So that bill would address not only their internship in school, but also ways to get them into our workforce because it's an area of struggle also amongst all the other ones. Had some other bills regarding some different taxation. Overall, doing what I can do, not only for our district, but for our state of Wisconsin, and in any area that I can benefit, but mostly healthcare.
So what is life like for you if Tim Michels wins and we have a Republican majority in Madison?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this two different ways here.
Okay.
Number one, I'm feeling strong about Tim Michels, and that would allow us to have not only the Senate, but the Assembly, the trifecta, so that we can get many of these bills that maybe struggled in our current setup passed. But please don't forget, we have supermajority very close in the Senate. We're one seat short in the Senate to have supermajority. And that is something also that is definitely eyed and could be appealing in regards to some of these bills if we need to get them passed. So there's two different routes here that are positive, at least in my view.
Same question if Governor Tony Evers wins re-election. Then what is life like with that Senate and House still majority?
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a duplicate of what we saw.
Still the impasse that we've seen the past 4 years.
I would really love if we could all talk, right? If we could all work together. I'll tell you, I've been down in the Capitol now for a year and a half. I've seen Tony Evers once the entire time that I've been down in the Capitol. The nurse practitioner bill that I continue to talk about, you know, I got to speak with him briefly on the phone about that, and when that was vetoed, it not only crushed myself and the patients that I work with throughout the state, but many of the nurses in the state of Wisconsin were so disappointed that they were not getting the support that they needed. This is legislation that shouldn't be partisan, one side or another. It should be about the patients, and it shouldn't be about the politics. And so I'm hoping that it would be great to have Governor Evers come into one of our caucuses and talk with us, or talk with us as a group in an open format rather than the State of the Union that I saw him at once in the last year and a half. So that's been kind of discouraging for me.
All right, as we wrap up, let me give you the chance for Rachael to give her elevator speech to voters as to why you should be elevated into the Senate in Madison.
Thank you very, very much. Well, I've had a wonderful opportunity the last year and a half to represent the 55th District. I look forward to taking the same opportunities and experiences in the 19th Senate District. I have had a year and a half to know how Madison works, I guess, in committees, as well as knowing the resources that are available down there for these really challenging topics that you have discussed. I'm bringing my expertise as a mother. That's the hardest job I got, I want to tell you right now.